Hey, this is Steve Bloom, and you are listening to the Geekcast Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Cinema Geeks. It's a special episode. We do this once a year. Well, we did it once last year. This is the second time, and we're doing a PFFL episode. For those of you that don't know what that is, last year we started something called the Podcasters of Film Fantasy League, and the season 1 has come to its close, so we're going to be announcing the winner as well as holding the draft for season 2. If you remember back when we did the draft from season 1, that means that there's a whole host of people helping us out. So let's start with some introductions. I am one of your Cinema Geeks, Optimus Solo, and joining me is a couple other Cinema Geeks. We got Amanda, hello.
What's up?
Not much. We have Movie Revolt Dan, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
We have Fridley sent from the Cinema Geeks, as well as some guest episodes on Geekcast Radio Network. Hello, Matt.
Hi.
And then joining us outside of the network, we have Jairo from True Bromance Podcast. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
And we have Matthew Stewart from the Simplistic Reviews, representing the Simplistic Review crew. Hello.
Salutations.
And I didn't miss anybody, did I? That's everybody? Nobody's left in the dark? Okay. So real quickly, we'll go over the results from Season 1, which obviously was the introductory season. Had a few wrinkles to iron out that we'll get to that may have affected some things. But, hey, it was an experiment, and we've made and improved our season for Season 2. So going through the results, I will just go in order real quickly. We had 12 people last year, and coming in last place for Season 1 was Whit from Wit's Movie Reviews. He had 48 total points. Coming in second to last is Barry from the True Bromance Podcast with 55 points. Coming in next was Justin from Simplistic Reviews with 58 points. Followed by Movie Revolt Dan with 62.
There you go.
Then we had Matthew Stewart at 65 points. Followed very closely by DJ with 68 points, only 3 points separating you guys.
Ooh.
Then we had Fridley Sent with 84 points.
I beat Dan.
Then we had Michael Denniston from the War Machine versus War Horse Podcast with 92 points. After a late season push, we had JD next, and JD and Brendan from the In Session Film Podcast with 95 points, coming in fourth place. I came in third place with 118 points. In second place was Tim from First Time Watchers with 128 points. And Jairo, you had 145 points and take home the crown for Season 1. So your trophy's in the mail.
I want my Geekcast Radio Network trophy. I want my fantasy film trophy. I'm having a good couple of weeks right now, man.
We owe you multiple trophies. Yeah, if people didn't keep track of the Geekcast Radio Network Awards, we do have a couple winners that were announced for the different categories. Unfortunately, Cinema Geeks was not one of them. We did not pimp our stuff out well enough, guys. We came in second in the voting. And In Session Film, I believe, also came in second. But we had winners from True Romance and from Simplistic Reviews. Right, Dan?
Yeah, I believe so. I was not paying attention.
So...
Congrats,
true gentleman you are, sir.
So somebody out there likes you guys. I don't know who it is, but somebody likes
our
both
mothers.
of your shows.
Yeah.
I know my mother doesn't listen to this crap.
Listen to it.
Couple statistics just to throw out there so people kind of know a little bit of how it works. We had 4 different categories that you could score points in last year. One of them was just for appearing in movies, and the other one was for casting points, which we've done away with for Season 2. Third category was box office points, so points for your movies that your actors were in making a lot of money. And then the last one we just had called award points, which was any of the Oscars, Golden Globes, or positive or negative Rotten Tomato scores, which we kind of lumped all that together. Now, I know a lot of people, Jairo, think especially because you and Tim were first and second, that it all comes down to box office. Not necessarily true. You did not come in first place if it was just according to the box office points. And you also did not come in first place. Well, you would have been second for box office points, but you were first in both movie appearances and first in movie appearances, second in box office points, and you were like 4th or 5th in the award points. So it wasn't all about box office. It also was not all about Diesel Ramos.
Yeah, he wasn't very good for me.
You actually ran the gamut and ended up with a lot of people from a bunch of different films that did well, either box office or Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, you had people from Furious 7, Jurassic World, Star Wars, Avengers, Ant-Man. I mean, you did have some people from those big movies, but you had a lot of people spread out in some other movies that did well as well. So it wasn't strictly about box office. That basically consisted of a third of the points that we handed out for the season. There was a third on just appearing in movies, a third in box office, and then a third between the casting and the award points. And we have changed things slightly. We've upped the points a little bit for awards, as well as added a category for having an actor that appears in any of the Best Picture nominees. And like we said, we've done away with casting points, and we've also added a couple stipulations. You have to be credited in the actual on-screen credits for a role to count. So that will eliminate Diesel Ramos and a couple people from some roles, at least. And then we also added a stipulation that you can only score points for up to 3 actors in a single film. Other than that, I think that was the main changes as far as the scorekeeping goes. We've also changed the rosters a little bit. So leaving us this year is Witt's Movie Reviews. He came in last place, so he's no longer in the league. And we have a couple people as far as replacement. Amanda obviously was not in it last year, so she is taking Witt's Movie Reviews spot. And then we have 2 newcomers, which would be Peter from Hydrate Level 4 and Dave from Pop Culture Case Study. And they will be joining us as well. They will not be actually participating in the live draft, but they will be getting to pick their team off of what we're calling the waiver wire. So that'll be how that works.
Dumpster diving.
Dumpster diving, exactly. And they'll have to work their way up into the ranks since they weren't around last year. Jairo, any thoughts on how you came away with the crown and what your plans are for season 2?
I think clearly I established myself as the Jeff Ireland of establishing a fantasy team here.
Wow.
I went with the strategy of overlapping, put it that way. I just made, instead of just having like one actor from Star Wars, I tried to like get them to overlap a bit. So I did a little research. Research helped quite a bit in getting some of those actors. It's hedging my bets. If one movie stunk, then maybe they'd make it up in another. So that's it. And I'm going to stick to that in this year, man.
And you had 11 people on your team, because how we drafted is we draft 10 actors and actresses and then 1 director. So you had 11 people on your team, and your movie appearance points, you had 45 points. So that means on average your people were appearing in 4 different movies, which helps out a lot. Instead of, for example, Tim came in second place, and the main reason he wasn't able to overtake you is his actors only appeared in 16 films.
There you go.
So he had 11 people, and they only appeared in 16 films, so most of them didn't even appear in a second film because, of course, he took all the Star Wars guys and all the Avengers gentlemen. So you got to kind of be balanced, and we're trying to make that more of a thing this year. You have to have both movie appearances, some box office success, but also awards. And like I said, there could be some real increases at the end of season 2, and people could gain on people based on the awards. So that should help, and it should make for an interesting ending. So how our season goes is it counts any movies that were released in between the Oscars of the 2 years. So anything that came out after this year's Oscars and anything that comes out before next year's Oscar broadcast will count towards your movie points. And we also revealed the draft order via Twitter. And Dan, you were lucky enough to hold the first pick. You'll be followed by Justin from the Simplistic Reviews, then Hydrate Level 4. Obviously, they're not picking, but when it comes to the waiver wires, they'll have the first selection that'll follow the same draft order. Then Matthew from Simplistic Reviews, followed by Jairo. Then JD and Brendan from In Session Film, followed by Barry, followed by First Time Watchers, then myself, then Pop Culture Case Study, then Amanda, then DJ, then Michael Denniston, and then Mr. Fridley sent you're pulling up the rear, but that means in round 2 you will pick first. So we will snake that around as we go through. All right. Anything that I left out, Dan, Amanda, Matt, anything that we need to get off and discuss before we start this thing?
Don't pick Kevin James.
Don't pick Kevin James. Well, just I guess for purposes of information for people, we could real quickly go over what was the best thing to have last year, best people and best movies, as people prepare their lists. So the best actors out there as far as scoring the most points for people last year were Bill Hader, Haley Atwell, Leonardo DiCaprio, Andy Serkis, Domhnall Gleeson, and Sam Jackson. Those were your top point earners. Your bottom in the negative realm, we had Jason Clarke, Garrett Hedlund, Adam Sandler, Bradley Cooper, James Dornan, George Clooney, Tim Blake Nelson, and Kevin James with a -9 point total. So that's how that worked as far as the actors go. As far as the films, the best films were Avengers, Star Wars, Furious 7, Inside Out, Jurassic World, Cinderella, Minions, The Martian, Ant-Man, Hunger Games, Mad Max, Mission Impossible, SpongeBob, and Straight Outta Compton. And the worst films to appear in were Fantastic Four, Last Witch Hunter, Little Boy, The Loft, Mordecai, Point Break, Rock the Casbah, Selfless, Seventh Son, The Gunman, and Unfinished Business. So that's how that worked. So that should have given everybody a final chance to go over their rankings. How it'll work is you'll each get approximately a minute or so to make your pick, and then we'll just snake around. And like I said, you have to have 2 actresses on your list, and you have to have 1 director by the time all is said and done. Sometimes that means the last couple rounds you have to pick a certain category. But other than that, Dan, you're on the clock for your first pick. Who are you going to take?
All right. Well, the goal with the first pick is not to pick like a Jamarcus Russell and really crap the bed. So I try to go with a safe choice. Going with a guy who's going to be in some films. I think it's going to definitely make a lot of money with Zootopia already, The Jungle Book, Finding Dory, Star Trek, and Beyond. And I'm going to go with Idris Elba. He looks like he's going to have a pretty solid year. He's on at least 6 films coming out in 2016. So he's got in movies that probably should make a lot of money and should do really well. So I'm going to think he's a pretty safe choice, and hopefully it pays out. So.
All right, so Idris Elba is off of the board. He was also my number 1 ranked person. And just for the listeners, we do apologize ahead of time, but you will hear typing as we go through this. There's some of us that are managing 3 or 4 lists. We also have to keep track of who's off the board, so I apologize, but you will hear typing and different things like that. So bear with us on that account. So Idris Elba is off the board. Matthew, what is Justin going to be taking for his first pick?
Okay, according to Justin, who I have on here, he's going with one of those seasoned veterans, a guy who's been around the clock, a guy who probably to me should have won Best Supporting Actor in the Oscars this past year, should I say. And he's going with, number 1 on his list, Mr. Tom Hardy. He's got quite a few movies coming out this year, including some potential award winners near the end of the year, too. So, and even he has some good clout coming into about 2017. I see there's like a Elton John biopic in the works, too. So, yeah, he's going with a good old Tom Hardy.
All right, so Tom Hardy and Idris Elba are off the board, and that means
we have a British trend forming.
We will skip over Peter, and we will go Matthew Stewart. I hopefully don't confuse the 2 Matts too much, but you're up for your actual pick now.
All right. And I'm going to go with this. I'm a little worried about this pick because it's kind of up in the air, but I see some good upside on this particular actor. And I'm going to go with Bruce Wayne himself. I'm going to go with Ben Affleck.
All right. He's got a variety of movies as well, both the big blockbusters as well as maybe some award potential, or at least a number of different films.
Yeah, and some good upside for 2017 too, depending on what he does with Batman and everything else.
All right, so trio of gentlemen off the board, and we're flying right along here, which means, Jairo, you get to defend your crown, and you're going to start that defense with who?
I'm going to start with the gentleman, Mr. Jeremy Irons.
Fuck you, Jairo.
Steady yourself, fish.
That's shorter than I expected.
Fuck you, Jairo.
That was mine.
It only took 3 or 4 picks, guys, to get to that reaction.
There we go. Well, after everybody
concentrating so hard. Oh, God.
Everybody stole my Idris Elba. I thought I was going to be the only one doing it. I got a couple sleepers up my sleeve, though. Don't worry.
Man, so yeah, another Batman versus Superman. So we got a couple of those guys off of the board.
I think he's also like in Assassin's Creed or something like that too.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed, High Rise. Yeah, looking to have a big year. All right, who is next here? Picking for JD, and I have his list. So his first pick, if he's still around, which it is, would be none other than, anybody have a guess? Michael Fassbender. So the Fassbender effect is off the board for JD and Brendan. All right. That means, Jairo, it's time for you to pick for your cohort.
Okay,
Are you gonna be nice or mean?
I'm going to write down his list. I'm going to be completely fair. You have it in front of you as well, and he is going with a Margot Robbie. I have a feeling that, I mean, he's not really thinking too much because that Jungle Book, Tarzan looks like dog ass.
Yeah.
Like, I feel that's going to lose points on box office, going to lose points on Razzies, going to lose points on sub 25%. It's going to be a troglodyte of a movie. He's drunk, but he's taking Margot Robbie. I think he's just taking her for her looks.
Well, also maybe the Suicide Squad action. We'll see how that goes. So, all right, the first actress off of the list. So we'll have to see how that works out as we go through here. And next up is Tim from the First Time Watchers. Let me reference my sheet here. And that would be, damn it. He will be taking, damn it, because I'm next and he took my highest person. So he's taking Michael Shannon off of the board. And he is in like 7 or 8 movies, I swear, this year. So, and it runs the gamut as well. So he's in Midnight Special, Batman vs. Superman, Elvis and Nixon, among others. So Michael Shannon is off of the board, and that upsets me. All right. That means it is up to me, and I have to think real quick. All right. I will go with... sorry. Shut up, everybody.
Want to get nuts?
All right.
Let's get nuts.
Right. I'm going between 3 people here. I'll go with Scarlett Johansson. Jungle Book and Captain America are 2 big ones, so there's a chance that she might give me some negative points for that Sing animated film, but I think Jungle Book and Captain America should make up for it, so I'll go with Scarlett Johansson next. All right. That means we're skipping past Dave from Pop Culture Case Study, which means, Amanda, you're on the clock for your first pick.
All right, I guess I'm going to go with Mads Mikkelsen.
Damn it. Thought that one might slip for a while.
Yeah.
I don't like you for that at all, Amanda.
I don't like you for a lot of things.
It's like piercing the hardest typist I've ever seen. You're like piercing
Sorry,
the
it's
desk.
way too close to the microphone. All right.
You texted your elbows by chance?
I typed with my feet. All right.
Ugh.
Matthew, that means you're up. Don't touch my keyboard. That's how I keep people away from it. Matthew, you're up then for your pick for DJ.
Okay, DJ. I believe is the lone black man in this draft. So I got to do him good here.
Lone black man.
The lone black man.
We're not PFL, so wait.
No, not. So it appears on his list, and this seems to be a pretty good pick. I think it's a good mix of small and big screen films, and he's got Miss Felicity Jones.
Yeah, that was the other one I was going between her and ScarJo.
He likes a little bit in that Star Wars money. You get a little bit of that indie money. I think that's not a bad pick.
Yeah, and also Inferno.
Yep.
Might get some points. So, all right. Fair enough. So that means we're to Michael Denniston from The War Machine vs. Warhorse, or from the True Bromance, I guess I could say here in a way. And his first pick, Scarlett Johansson is off the board. Idris Elba is off the board. So his next one that is available is none other than Amy Adams. So you can take Amy Adams off of your list.
What is she in, other than this Batman Superman thing?
That and a couple others. She's in a movie called Story of Your Life and possibly a movie called Nocturnal Animals. I think it's mainly for the Batman versus Superman aspect of things, and because it's Amy Adams. So she'll probably come out with something that is at least award caliber. Yeah. All right, that means you've come to the last pick of the first round. You've had your chance to see a bunch of people go off the board, Mr. Matthew Fridley. What are you picking for your first pick?
Well, my first pick was Scarlett Johansson, and I had said if my first 2 picks didn't get picked, I was going to do a special list. So you ruined that for everyone. I hope you're happy. So my real first pick, I guess, will have to be Jennifer Lawrence.
She's in a variety of things as well, as always. And then, Matt,
that
you get to...
the movie looks really good, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And then, obviously, some box office clout as well with X-Men. So, Matt, you get to make a wraparound pick, so you get to pick 2 in a row. So who else are you going with besides Jennifer Lawrence?
Give us the reach around, Matt.
Well, then I guess it needs to be a guy. So I'll... my list is a mess, but I think I have Tom Hanks as really high, so I'm going to go with that guy.
All right, yeah, he's coming out with 4 movies at least.
Wow,
and that's unusual for him. So if he's in 4 movies and one of them isn't nominated for some type of acting award, I would be surprised. So, all right,
He's gonna have a mustache, so there's a good chance he's gonna get at least for Sully.
yeah, it's The Circle, Sully, Hologram for the King, Inferno. So yeah, a lot of different potential for points there. All right, so we had the partner picks of Jennifer Lawrence and Tom Hanks, which means we're going back to The War Machine versus War Horse. Ben Affleck is off the board. Mads Mikkelsen is off the board. So his next pick will be Paul Rudd. So Paul Rudd is off of the board, which means, Matthew, we have to pick for DJ again.
Okay, DJ. He'll be happy. At least 2 of his picks haven't gotten picked yet. He's going with Mr. Jared Leto, the Joker himself.
All right. Jared Leto getting some. He was actually on one site that I looked at. He was a prediction for an actual acting award for that film.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see if that actually happens.
Be interesting.
All right. So Jared Leto is gone, and that means, Amanda, it's your turn again.
All right, I'm going to go with a chick pick. I don't even really know who this chick is. How do you say her last name?
I don't know how to say her last name either.
Or the Enchantress from Suicide Squad.
Yes, sir.
Unibrow.
I'll take that unibrow.
She's in Suicide Squad as well as at least 4 other films.
London Fields, Absolutely Fabulous the movie, and Tulip Fever.
So I don't know what any of those are.
Absolutely
but,
Fabulous, and they're actually putting a movie out about that? All right.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, man, resurrecting properties from like a dozen years ago is really popular right now.
It is. It's very popular. It's so necessary as well.
All right. I'm up next then, and I'm going to go with The McConaissance. So I will take Matthew McConaughey off. Free City Jones is one of my most anticipated films. He's also in the animated film Kubo and the Two Strings, Gold, and I guess I'm really going to be hurting if that Sing movie doesn't do well, because that's 2 people that I have from that movie. So Matthew McConaughey is off the board, and that means we have to go to Tim again, and his next pick is, let's see here, his second pick. He's gotten his first pick and his second pick. So that would be Ben Mendelsohn.
Okay.
So Ben Mendelsohn off of the board. So Matthew McConaughey and Ben Mendelsohn were the last 2 picks. And Jairo, that means you have to pick for your friend again. What's Barry taking next?
He's got Emily Blunt coming up here, man. So that's what he gets.
Okay.
All right. So he's fulfilled the requirement for actresses in the first 2 rounds. So, all right. Margot Robbie and Emily Blunt. Let's see if he picks any actors at any point during this. He did ask me via Twitter or something if he could pick all 10 females. So I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Oh, Barry.
All right. We got JD next and Brendan, and they got an interesting duo here. We got Michael Fassbender in the first round, and that will be followed by Oscar Isaac in the second. So Oscar Isaac and Michael Fassbender, that's a good combination if you ask me.
It's a good-looking combination if you ask me.
All right, Jairo, then it's your turn for your actual pick of your own. And what would you like to do with that?
I will take Mr. Michael Sheen. I'm going to go after some of that Finding Dory money, man.
Yeah, I had him. And he's also in Alice in the Looking Glass.
Passengers.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer Strategies. No idea what that is, but it sounds all right, I guess.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sounds like 3 points.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, he was in my top 5 as far as my picks go, so great pick there. Matthew, your pick.
Okay, moving on here. The complication here is, do you go for the money or do you go for something else? I'm actually going to go for a little bit of an outlier here and go for Mr. Lawrence Fishburne. A little bit of that Batman Superman money. He's in a few other smaller films this year, namely at the end of the year. So
there's a lot of Passengers actors getting picked too.
Yes, so Lawrence Fishburne. He's welcome on my team anytime. So
all right,
going for Lawrence.
Sounds good, and we'll skip past Peter from Hydrate Level 4 then, and Matthew, you're up again to pick for Justin.
Okay, Justin. Okay, I'm just going by Justin's list, and he's got Alicia Vikander coming up here right now. Hopefully she stays hot after that award. So
Yeah, I'm sure she's not scheduled for a ton of movies, but I'm sure she'll be added to some or some late appearances. So
see,
I think that's a good pick. All right. That means finally, Dan, you've got to see like 20 people get taken since your Idris Elba pick, and we're all angry at you for that. But let's see what you come up with for round 2.
Okay, so yeah, for I'm going to try to get a little bit of that Star Wars money, and it's going to be a out of the wall pick, but I figure he actually has I'm going to go with Alan Tudyk. He's in Star Wars. He's in
a ton of stuff this year.
Morona's Zootopia. So figure getting some points for the voiceover work. So
yeah, I thought he might slide a little bit. Good pick. Very good pick. And then you get a second pick as well. So 2 right in a row. Do you need a second to consult your strategies, or were you set with your 2 picks?
No, for my next one, I'm going to go with the shotgun approach. Just a guy who's in a ton of movies next year, and hopefully some of them are at least decent. And it's J.K. Simmons. He's like in 18 movies in 2016,
including Zootopia and La La Land and Accountant. So yeah, definitely in a ton of movies. Good pick as well.
Not getting that Commissioner Gordon casting, though.
No casting.
Maybe he'll show up in Batman v Superman. You never know. They need more people in that movie.
Not enough.
All right, Justin from Simplistic Reviews is up next for his first pick here in round 3.
Back on the attack. Well, I'm going to skip who we had next, and I'm just going to go for something here. Make sure he gets a little bit of that Batman vs. Superman money. I'm going to go with Jesse Eisenberg for Justin.
All right. Jesse Eisenberg then is off of the board. A lot of Batman vs. Superman actors.
A lot of eggs in one basket.
Right. All right. Cross those guys off. And that means it is time for your own pick.
Man, this is going too fast. All right. I'm going to go with... I don't think this guy's in a lot of movies. Well, you know what? Forget that. I'm going to go with Mr. Forrest Whitaker. Get a little bit more of that Star Wars money there.
All right. Forrest Whitaker is off the board. Okay. So, Jairo, you're back up. You got to keep defending that crown. I don't know if you said you had some sleepers, you had some loopholes. I haven't seen them yet. What are you going with in round 3?
I'm saving them because I know nobody's going to get this tomfoolery. I'm going to go with Kate McKinnon. She's in Ghostbusters, obviously, but she's also rocking out with the Angry Birds movie, which could be
guaranteed money.
Yeah, I mean the kids, man, they'll watch any kind of crap.
All right, Masterminds and Angry Birds, Ghostbusters. So one of the Ghostbusters 4 is off the board, which means it's time for JD. See if anything's left on his list. Fassbender's gone, Oscar Isaac's gone, Tom Hardy's gone. I do not believe anybody has taken Domhnall Gleeson yet. So his pick will be Domhnall Gleeson. And that means it's time for Barry's pick.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
You're Barry and Jairo today.
For that idiot. Next on
which actress are you taking?
Is Anna Kendrick.
Fucking thief.
She is taking all females.
On her way out.
All right, Anna Kendrick has left the draft board. In Accountant, Trolls, Get a Job. Not as much as we usually see her in, but maybe there's some that we haven't been announced yet. All right, so Barry has picked. It's time to go back to Tim's list. And Tim, let's see what we have left here. Ben Mendelsohn has been picked. Let's see. Next on he's not getting his first 3 picks, is he? He did this last year. I don't think anyone's taken Adam Driver yet, have they?
Nope.
They have not.
All right. Adam Driver is off the board. Those are literally the top 3 he had ranked were Michael Shannon and Mendelsohn and Adam Driver. So, all right, he's having a good luck even though he's not here.
Good luck for his runner-up again. How about that? First place.
Oh, too soon.
Too soon. All right, I am up next and trying to decide here between some animation route or between some Ghostbusters route. And I'm going to go with Albert Brooks. He is voicing stuff in Life of Pets and Finding Dory and an animated film called Little Prince. So he's got 3 animated films. They seem to make a lot of money. So I'll try to get some of that animation love, which means, Amanda, you are up next.
Oh, man, I'm not ready for this. Let's go, let's go Toby Kebbell.
He is in a ton of movies as well. I don't know how well they'll all do as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes, but you got Warcraft, Ben-Hur, A Monster Calls, Gold. He's in a ton of movies. So Toby Kebbell is off of the board, which means it is time for DJ from Simplistic.
Okay, DJ from Simplistic. Going on what he has here, I am giving him Mr. Eddie Redmayne. God.
Not liking that pick, Jairo.
I just can't stand that dude, man.
Look, I do what I'm told, not what I do.
Wait, what?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Come on, I'm under the influence a little bit here. That's probably why I'm not drafting so well.
Eddie Redmayne is off of the board. DJ has him, so that means we're going to the War Machine, and let's see what's left on his list. Ben Affleck's been taken, Mads Mikkelsen, Paul Rudd, Michael Sheen's been taken. That means next up on his list is Tom Holland. So Mr. Tom Holland is off of the board. And that means Mr. Fridley sent. You have 2 picks, and then we'll regroup for a second. So who are you taking at the end of round 3 and the beginning of round 4?
Okay, so everyone's going with, like, big blockbusters ones and putting guys in it, so I'm going to not do that and lose.
All right.
No, I'm gonna go with Chris Pratt, who is a blockbuster guy, but I don't think he's in that much this year. But I'm just fingers crossed about Passengers, guys.
There we go.
Everybody's very high on this Passengers movie, man.
And
a ton of people in it, though.
Yeah, it does have a lot of people. Who else would you like to take, Matt?
Okay. Why not Samuel L. Jackson? You mentioned his name before.
Yeah, he was one of the top earners last year, and there's a ton of comic book films coming out, so even if he's not slated for them, I'm sure he will appear in them. So they'll probably get you some hidden points along the way as well.
He has at least, 8 movies this year or something like that, I think.
Yeah, also, though, taking the chance with that Tarzan film that Jairo was saying that's not going to go over so well. So we'll see if he's right or not about that.
Jairo didn't do well last year, so he's probably bad at that.
He probably doesn't know what he's doing.
I'm winging it way more than I did last year. And, once I got my trophy, I'm like, let me just go after that contract money. I'm going just...
Nice.
He's like in Dominican Sue.
Except he never won shit.
Well, maybe one day. Not with the Dolphins, at least.
This will spiral out of control if we start just making fun of the Dolphins.
Yeah, do that all day.
Come on, man. I've been a long-suffering Buccaneers fan. Come on.
All right, next up is War Machine vs. Warhorse for their round 4 pick. They took Tom Holland last round. Next on this list was Michael Fassbender. That's already been taken. So his next pick will be, I don't think it's been taken yet, The Batch, Benedict Cumberbatch. So Cumberbatch is off of the board, which means it's time for DJ's pick in round 4.
DJ's pick in round 4. All right. Well, he does have... I'm trying to do the best by my man here. I'm having a real struggle here. I don't want to give him that guy, but he put him there. I'll have to give him. He put Seth Rogen up there, so I'm giving him Seth Rogen.
All right. Seth Rogen is off.
I know there's at least a Sausage Party movie, at least, so that should be hilarious.
Great title. All right, so Amanda, that means you are up next. Who do you got?
Can I grab my director?
You can do that at any point that you would like.
I'm going to get David Ayer for the Suicide Squad.
All right.
David Ayer locked up for Suicide Squad, getting some blockbuster points there probably. And that means it is back to me. Also, the first director gone, and as I said, you can take those at any point throughout the whole draft process.
Otherwise known as the kicker.
The catcher, the kicker. All right. I'm up next then, and I will be taking... I'm going to go ahead and take Bill Murray.
Okay. Jungle Book.
In the Jungle Book and Ghostbusters, possibly somewhere in there, maybe. So Jungle Book and who knows what else he'll come out with. So I'll take Bill Murray, and that means it is time for Tim's pick. And let's see what he has left here. He got his first 3 picks. He will not get his next couple because Michael Fassbender and Oscar Isaac are gone. His next highest ranked person is Tom Hiddleston. So, Tom Hiddleston was he playing Hank Williams this year?
There you go.
Biopic.
Some award consideration.
Yeah, they like the biopic. So, Tom Hiddleston is off the board. That means, Jairo, you're picking for Barry next.
He's got Jessica Chastain up to bat.
All actresses.
All actresses.
Jessica Chastain up next for him.
All right. So, those that are hoping to wait a while on your actresses, you better watch out, or Barry will have them all before you get the chance to take them. So, In Session is next, and they're going to take their director pick as well, and they're going to go ahead with the Russo brothers.
Okay.
So, the Russo brothers are off of the board. 2 directors gone this round. Jairo, are you going to jump on the director train, or are you going to keep going with that?
No, I'm not that cat in the fantasy league that follows up the run of
You're not
kickers.
the lemming.
Yeah,
the relief pitchers, the kickers. Yeah.
Just
No tight ends are off the board. Got to get them.
Yeah, crazy. I'm going to take a little gentleman. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with a lady. I'm going to go with Jane Woo.
Oh boy, is this shit
That
going
Diesel
on already?
Ramos' wife? What's going on?
No, man. Look her up. She's in the Ninja Turtles movie, and she's in Captain America Civil War.
So those will cancel each other out.
Are you crazy? Those Turtles made a ton of money last year, didn't they?
Well, it's also going to get some Razzie points and some negative
Nah,
Razzie
man. Bebop and Rocksteady are looking good this year.
Nothing about
Still,
that looks
I might
good.
be the only person here that has some faith in that movie.
I like it. It looks
No,
cool.
I got excited.
Yeah.
I lose faith every time as soon as they put Michael Bay's name on the screen.
Nah, man. It looks
You
all
get
right.
a funky mask to look okay. Like it's like
She literally has 2 credits, and they're Ninja Turtles and Captain America.
Hey, but she's credited.
I'll be watching the screen real closely afterwards to see if she's actually on screen. No. All right. Matt, your own pick there for Simplistic Reviews. What do you got going?
Own pick for Simplistic Reviews. All right. I'm actually going to go.
I'm losing ways to distinguish between the 2 Matts, so I'm just going to name your
Matt
podcast
for
every time.
Simplistic Reviews. The other Matt.
I
Yeah,
just
the
assumed
other
it
way.
wasn't me every time.
I'm going to go with is this my second? Yeah, my second actress. I'm going to go with Melissa McCarthy.
Amanda is beside herself.
She just threw her plate of fish sticks at the wall.
I think that's only your first.
Those are Gordon
Ramsay.
Fisherman. I don't care.
I think that's only your first actress, though. You're right, if I'm looking at it correctly. But
I think.
regardless.
Oh yeah, I didn't get Felicity Jones. DJ got that one. So I got to start making some moves here, man. Big
there you
time.
go. So you got Melissa McCarthy. So Amanda will duke it out with you later.
Well, we'll fight. I'm gonna flame you online.
Matt, you're in a weird position because you always have to pick twice in a row for yourself and Justin, but Justin's up next.
Okay. Damn. Okay. Was Peter? Oh yeah, he's going up to Scrap Keep, right? Okay. So it is Justin's turn. He has this actress here, but I don't want to do that because I don't trust that to get him points. So I'm going to give him. I guess I'll give him Robert Downey Jr.
All right. RDJ off of the board. Dan, I feel like we don't get to talk very often.
I walk away and come back. I just wasn't.
That's what I figured. So Idris Elba, Alan Tudyk, and who was your other pick last? J.K. Simmons. So who do you got next?
I think I'm going to try to pick my first actress, debating between 2 people, but I think I'm going to go with Naomi Rapace. She's playing Amy Winehouse next year, or this year. I figure that's at least a Golden Globe for a musical somehow. So that'll be my first pick.
All right, one actress off the board. What do you got for the first pick in round 5?
I'll get some more Star Wars money and go with Donnie Yen.
Damn.
I'm sorry, who?
Donnie Yen. He's in like 18 movies next year.
It's
Donnie
man.
Yen and Jane Wu.
Yeah.
How dare you?
man.
This is very offensive. Lumping those 2 together.
Man, is
Why
there
would you
anyone
lump those
from
2 together?
Star Wars for me now? Jeez, guys.
I'm sure there are. You just have to get your IMDb skills up to par and find somebody.
What do X-Wing pilot or Stormtrooper? Which one, guys?
All right, so making a move for some blockbuster money there with that one. Justin from Simplistic is up next. What do you got for him, Matthew?
Okay, Justin Simplistic. Oh, did I make that just make the pick for Robert Downey Jr. for him?
Yep.
Oh, he's up again?
Yeah, he's on
what the hell's going on? Sorry.
The wraparound. So.
Yeah. Wraparound.
Not reach around, the wraparound.
Yeah, well, maybe later.
Don't tease me with a good time.
I'm going to go, well, I guess I'll fulfill one of his actress duties. I'm going to give him Brie Larson.
All right. So he's actually fulfilled both of them now with Candor and Brie Larson. So
there you go.
No requirements the rest of the way, and that means you're up for your own pick, Matt. What do you got?
Oh, man, so much pressure. I'm going to go... it seems like this person in particular has some pretty good stuff lined up this year, and I'm going to go with Carl Urban.
All right, Star Trek.
Yeah, a little Star Trek. He's in a few other films along the way, so Star Trek money. Start that trend. See who else gets in the Star Trek train now.
Also in Pete's Dragon, which we'll see. What that does.
Oh, memories of childhood.
All right, Jairo, Jane Woo, last round. What do we got this
I'm
round?
going a little more conventional. I got Bill Hader here.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be like Jake Woo or something.
Yeah, he's
the number one point earner from last year.
That's right. Hoping he can keep it going like with Sausage Party, Angry Birds movie, and then a little something called the BFG. I think that's a Spielberg joint based on a book.
Joint.
Yeah.
Bill
Hader slipping all the way down to round 5. He might have been my next pick. So thanks for that, Jairo.
My pleasure.
All right. See if In Session has anybody left on their list or if they're going into waiver wire territory here. Emily Blunt's gone, right? Yep.
Yes, she is.
Jennifer Lawrence is gone, and Margot Robbie's gone. So he is into waiver wire territory. That's the end of his names that he provided. So we will be skipping past him for this round and the future rounds, which means Barry is up for you, Jairo.
Okay, so he has Emma Stone.
Okay. You got to give him credit. He's sticking to his guns.
He's got a strategy. He's
going
make everyone disqualified by taking all the women. So.
He's cornering the market.
Yeah, there might be a run on actresses here real soon. All right, that means it is Tim from First Time Watchers. And let's see, he took Tom Hiddleston last round, and I don't believe Chris Evans has been taken yet, so he has Chris Evans. Blockbuster money there. And that means it is up to me. He took Chris Evans, and I think I will take Chris Hemsworth. So, little Huntsman, as well as Ghostbusters. And let's hold out hope that he appears in one of those comic book movies.
How dare you take the prettiest Hemsworth from me?
The pretty? You can have the ugly Hemsworths. That's fine.
Is there an ugly one? They're just...
Yeah, there is. You saw him.
Pretty and prettier.
Yeah, there is.
They have a third brother that they don't talk about.
Yeah, they have one they don't mention in any conversations.
He who shall not be named.
Exactly. So you didn't get Hemsworth, but you can take anybody else you'd like that's left.
I'm going to grab a chick before Barry grabs them all. I'm going to take Holly Hunter.
All right.
Batman vs. Superman, Weightless, Breakable You, Strange Weather, some stuff going on.
All right, so you got your 2 actresses taken care of. I mean, not that you can't take more. Obviously, Barry's doing that. I guess I guess we didn't put a criteria that you have to have at least 2 actors, so nope. I guess you can run the table. So found a loophole there.
If,
DJ from... Yeah, go ahead.
If you hadn't grabbed Scarlett Johansson, that was what my secondary list was all women.
Oh, nice.
So he's not an original.
Hilarious. That would have been hilarious if you 2 were going back and forth. Anyway, DJ from Simplistic is up next. Matthew, what does he have?
Does he have 2 actresses yet, or just one?
He has Felicity Jones as the only actress.
Oh, yes, Felicity Jones is the only one. All right, well, if that's the case, I'll just go with his next pick, which will be Ben Foster.
Amanda's still cussing over here at almost everybody's pick.
Oh, boy.
I'm taking this very seriously, and you guys are just ruining it for me. You're just wrecking it.
To see, like in a real fantasy league where stakes are higher.
Right.
We should start putting money on this thing.
My first year, I am the only chick. I gotta prove myself.
The pressure's on. All right, so that means we're War Machine versus Warhorse. A bunch of his next picks were just taken. So after Cumberbatch, he had Felicity Jones, which is gone. Tom Hanks is gone. Margot Robbie's gone. Cara, whatever her name is, gone. So I believe next up he will have Joel Kinnaman. I don't think that's been taken yet, so he will add that to his roster. Joel Kinnaman's off the board, and that means Mr. Fridley sent you got 2 picks in a row.
All right. I gotta get on the Star Wars train. Give me
Which stormtrooper did you find?
Diego Luna.
Oh, it's not even a stormtrooper. It's a legit guy there. So, all right, Diego Luna is off.
He's legitimately a human.
Yeah, he's a human. He's not an Asgardian stormtrooper, or whatever it was.
Asgardian
stormtrooper. That was Evil Ron with 2 of his roles.
How dare you?
Doing weird things.
How dare you?
All right, Matt, what do you
There's
got?
a championship belt around this large waist.
There is.
And speaking of Disney, I'll go with the Doctor Strange pick with Tilda Swinton if she hasn't been taken.
No, she hasn't.
He has not.
Look at that.
Excellent pick.
Nice. Good one.
Maybe a combination, too, of some blockbuster and some critical acclaim clout there. All right, so Diego Luna and Tilda Swinton off the board into round 6 now here, and War Machine versus Warhorse. Vikander's gone, Jennifer Lawrence is gone, but Matt Damon is not. So Matt Damon is his next pick. Take him off of the board, and we're back at DJ. Matt, what does DJ have next?
All right. I think Tilda Swinton was just picked. I'm going to take care of his final actress requirement and pick Laura Linney.
All right. Laura Linney. She was on one of the lists, too, for possible actress. I don't know if it was a supporting or a lead role, but a prediction for early on. So Laura Linney off of the board. Amanda, you have both of your actresses taken care of, but are you going with a third?
No. I want to try to grab some X-Men and get Nicholas Hoult.
All right.
Nice.
Nice pick. Nicholas Hoult is off of the board. He's got a variety of movies coming out besides that as well.
Collide, Sandcastle.
Yep, so Nicholas Hoult is off of the board, which unfortunately I think that means it's time for my pick. All right, so I have one more actress to take before Barry takes them all, so I'll do that this round. I'll jump on the frenzy there. I'm going between 2 people. I'm going to go with Miss Charlize Theron as she's in Kubo and the Two Strings, The Huntsman, The Coldest City. So
I'm actually surprised DJ didn't grab her yet.
Well, he didn't. So
He did not.
Well, he didn't.
he did not. So
Well, he submitted this list. It's his own goddamn fault.
So she is on my group, and I'm done with actresses if I need to be, and then we'll go to Tim from First Time Watchers, and his next up is Anton Yelchin, who is in quite a few films, so that is an excellent choice, even though he's not here to make it in himself. Green Room, Star Trek, see how that works out.
Green Room looks interesting.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one.
All right, so another person off of the list, which means it's time for Barry's next actress. Who is it, Jairo?
He is taking Ellen DeGeneres.
Finding every type of movie to get these carols from.
Keeping it with the ladies.
Love it. All right, so Ellen is off. We're skipping past In Session, so that means, Jairo, you get the double dose every time.
I am going to go ahead with Mr. Stan Lee. Double down on the old X-Men and whatever that other thing is.
Taking a page out of Mr. Fridley Sent's book from last year. And
he wasn't in any of the X-Men movies up to this point, was he?
This was his first X-Men movie, I think. Deadpool.
Yeah, his first one was he was in the very first X-Men movie. He was in like the background. And
like the first one 15 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm at this current run.
Yeah, we'll see. See which ones he decides to show up on. Matthew, you are up.
Okay. Coming up here, I'm going to go with, I think it's time to get a little bit of that Jungle Book money. I'm going to go with Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita.
Yes.
All right.
I think that fulfills my female quota.
Yep. Absolutely. All right. That means it is Justin's pick up next.
Justin. Okay, yeah, because In Session is on Waiver Wires. No, was it Hydrate? Hydrate
yeah,
is on Waiver Wires.
So.
Okay. Justin, was Matt Damon? Matt Damon was taken, correct?
Just this round.
Okay, I'm gonna give him until the Swinton was taken also.
Yep.
How about does he only have one female on the roster? Or?
He has two. He has a Vikander and Brie Larson.
Cool. I'm gonna give him Keegan Michael Key, who I loved last year. He probably was one of my best guys last year. But Justin's taking Keegan Michael Key.
All right, Angry Birds, Keanu.
Keanu, I can't wait for that one.
Oh my god, me too.
Oh, that looks like shit.
He's so good.
Stop it, Jairo.
I just want to see that gangster ass cat. I really do.
I never want to see a gangster ass cat.
I'm looking at one right now. He's my gangster ass cat.
Ugh, smell like a fish
All right.
No, he doesn't.
The fish stick theme going. I'm not going to give up.
It's just a
Dan,
Smelling your upper lip.
Dan, save us from this. It's going down a bad path. What do you got for us in the end of round 6?
I'm going to go with my next female. I'm going to go with Marion Cotillard. She's in tons of films, including Assassin's Creed, and she tends to get an Oscar every other year, or get nominated, so I figured. Also
in the animated film Little Prince as well, so I don't think that's going to get a huge release, but still might get you some positive points.
But it exists.
It's an appearance. All right, that means you get to wrap around with your first pick of round 7. Where are you going?
I'm going to go with James Franco.
Good one.
He's in a lot of movies. They might be all garbage, but I'll take my chances.
Another Sausage Party. A lot of people going for the Sausage Party here.
Yeah, a lot of people,
much like this record.
Oh, dang. All right.
So is our life.
Justin, his pick is up next. What do you got,
Justin? Okay, he's going for a little bit. He's going for Mr. Frank Grillo. A little Avengers money or Captain America money, a little Purge money. But horror movies always make money, so
yeah,
that will. I think he might be in a few things, but those are the two main ones I think there.
Absolutely. All right, that means you're back up again for your own personal pick. What do you got?
All right. Okay, I'm going to bring a little class to the proceedings here. I'm going to go with Mr. Donald Cheadle.
The Don.
Mr. Don.
All right, Don Cheadle maybe getting some director points and some actor points for you.
A little combo nation.
All right. Jairo, Stanley, last round. What do you got for us
How many rounds do we have left?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I just want to make sure I have space for my sleepers and my
strategies
and my director. So I'm going to go with Scoot McNairy.
Scoot.
Yep, he's going to be in Batman, Superman, 478, Sleepless Night, War Machine. I don't know what any of those are, so but it's a lot.
Whatever that is. I like his
War
name,
Machine's
Scoot.
got Brad Pitt.
Yeah, War Machine's got Brad Pitt in it. 478 has a bunch of cats in it, too.
Back with the cats. All right. What do you have for the next actress off the board?
Oh, well, his next actress is probably the prettiest one of all of them so far, Zac Efron.
That's who he uses to buck the trend. His first actor, Zac Efron.
Prettier than all of them.
It's a good transition.
Oh my. All right, some Neighbors sequel money as well as I'm sure some other stuff. So Zac Efron is off the board. That means we're going to the first time watchers and took Anton Yelchin. Don Cheadle's off the board. I don't believe anybody's taken Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Nope.
All right, so Gyllenhaal goes in round 7. That means it's my turn. Oh my. All right, I will go with... I'm going to go way down my board, even though I have a whole bunch of other people listed ahead of this, and I am going to go... Oh, Adam Driver's gone. I will go with Ezra Miller.
Fuck you, Kevin. God damn it.
Wow.
All right.
Easy there, hot
Strong
sauce.
reaction
Right.
I'm so mad
The
at
only
you right
reaction. The best
He's
reaction.
in Batman vs. Superman and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I think that's a lot of money between the two films, so I will take Ezra Miller and sleep on the couch tonight. Amanda, what do you have?
now. Well, that was going to be my next pick, so you're going to have to give me a second.
That's fine.
And I hate your face. Well, sir, let's do Simon Pegg. Is he still on the board?
Yes. I don't think I've heard that name yet. Nope, he has not been taken. Simon Pegg. Cross him off your list.
That was like a whiskey throttle pick. Like, I just freaked out and
That's all right.
jerked the throttle. So that might come back to bite me in the ass.
All right, we'll have to wait and see. DJ from Simplistic is up next. What do you got for him,
DJ
Matthew?
from Simplistic. Going to...
And he already has his actress component fulfilled as well.
Let's see, I might move into director territory for him, perhaps. And I'm going to give him... Gareth Edwards.
All right.
Oh, he's cute.
Well, you would have never thought that would be a director in high demand, but when you attach yourself to that franchise, I guess anything's possible.
There you go. It only takes one movie.
All right, so back to Mr. Michael Deniston, and Ezra Miller would have been his next pick too. So glad I got that out of the way. Emily Blunt, Chris Hemsworth, Jessica Chastain's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Rebecca Ferguson is his next pick, which is his second actress. So Rebecca Ferguson is off the board. Mr. Fridley, what do you got for the end of round 7?
Well, I figure I need to get myself a Kevin James-like pick. I need to lose.
It worked out well for you last
I need some dead weight.
My Adam
Razzie,
Sandler pick worked out awesome, too.
Razzie nominations and such. I'm going to go with Nick Cage.
All right. Nicolas Cage.
In a bunch of movies, but I'm sure they're all going to get panned.
Never know.
Yeah, as long as Left Behind 2 doesn't come out.
Ooh.
Left Behind. Again. Left Behind again.
Still Left Behind?
I'm still here. Behind.
They're just not coming.
I forgot to pick him up.
Matt, you get another pick to start us off.
Oh, that's nice. I'll go with Woody Harrelson.
Nice pick. He's got a bunch of films coming out as well. I think he might be due for award-worthy type stuff. Wilson's the one that he's getting mentioned with as far as award possibilities. So, see how that goes. That means we're back to Mr. Deniston. He had Rebecca Ferguson, and now he has Jason Bateman. So, Jason Bateman off the board. Let's see. Mr. DJ has his director, has his 2 actresses, so it's fair game the rest of the way, nothing to worry about. Where do you want to go with him next, Matthew?
I'm just going to go with who he has next on the board, and he has Miss Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton. All right, Diane Keaton is gone. Amanda?
Let's do...
No whiskey throttling. Take your time.
No,
think about it.
It's all whiskey throttles from here. Let's do Elizabeth Olsen.
All right.
All right.
The thing about it this year, last year it was like the blockbusters were Avengers and Star Wars, and this year there's like 12 of them. So it's like we're not going to run out of people that are in big names.
But some of them are really questionable. Like, is Doctor Strange going to do well? Is the non-episodic Star Wars going to do as well as the previous?
Yeah.
Batman Superman looks terrible.
I think that in this arena, though, the way the money's set up, I think that's fine. You know, they're surefire bets to make a good amount of money.
Words from the master, guys.
Take it down. Write it down.
Mel Kiper over here and shit.
Mel Kiper. All right. That means
hair.
That means I'm up next, and I going between 2 guys that... Let's see here. I will go ahead and pick... Dun, dun, dun. We're going to go with Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson's.
Not in a ton of films, but he's in a certain film that has a pretty good director behind it, so we'll see what comes of that. So, all right, Tim from First Time Watchers took Jake Gyllenhaal last time, and I don't know if he didn't look at the rules, because I don't know if this guy has more movies coming out this year or not. I should probably skip over. Because next on his board is Ryan Reynolds. I don't know if has anything else coming out.
He's got 3 movies.
Doesn't got some more? Okay. I don't know if he thought he was going to get some Deadpool money or not, but that would not be eligible. But we'll give him Ryan Reynolds. as his next pick, which means Barry is up. He is no longer taking actresses, so who is he taking, Jairo?
He's got Ed O'Neill here, man.
Ed O'Neill? Is there a Married with Children movie?
Is there a Al Bundy remake coming?
I must have missed
He's doing
him in
a
my
voice
research.
work for one of the cartoon movies, I think.
Yeah, it's Finding Dory.
Okay.
Oh, then he's fine.
Is he playing the character from The Adventures of Ford Fairlane in his own spin-off movie? Maybe?
That'd be nice.
Oh, man. Booty time all the way.
Jairo, you got, I know you only have 4 rounds left to mess with, so I want to make sure you know how many rounds we go so you don't have a sleeper that stays on your board.
Yeah,
so
that'll be rough. Okay, I'm going to go, I'll get my kicker out of the way then. I'll take Andrew Stanton.
Andrew Stanton. Is that a Major League Baseball player?
Sorry, he's directing Finding Dory.
I know.
How dare you.
All right.
It's related to Geo Carton's Stanton.
Yeah. So you got your director out of the way. Matthew, you are up for your own personal pick. What are you going with?
Personal pick. Okay.
And you don't technically have to choose another director since Don Cheadle could qualify.
Damn.
If you want
Can I double up that, though?
Yeah, you can still double up since he's going to also
sweet.
appear as next.
That's a good deal for me, then. Well, I'm going for something that's going to be huge. I'm going for Mr. David Yates.
All right. He's got 2 movies, actually.
Oh, it's all about that Harry Potter money, son.
Harry Potter and Tarzan, so...
I was going to grab him, but I was a little worried about Tarzan, so I was like...
I think we're shitting on Tarzan a little too much. I think it's going to be awesome.
Dude, that's going to be brutal.
But I mean, have you seen Skarsgård's abs? Look at those abs.
Yeah, but have you seen Samuel Jackson's behavior in that movie?
Well, it's Samuel L. Jackson. I'm tired of these snakes in these motherfucking jungles.
Where they belong, Sam.
Yeah, I know. Get out of the jungle.
Well played. Justin's from Simplistic is up next. What do you got for Matt?
Justin. Okay. I think I'm going to hook him up with his director, which, man, this is a tough one. I'm going to give him between 2 people, but I'll give it Bryan Singer, because I think Apocalypse has a little bit more upside than Zack Snyder, so I'm going to give him Bryan Singer.
Fair enough. Another director off the board. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them have been taken. Dan, is it your turn to take a director in one of your 2 picks, or what are you doing?
No, I think I'll hold off on director.
All right, what do you got then in the end of round 8?
That's a good question.
Take your time.
Well, I'll go with get some Captain America money and possibly. Well, this guy's playing 2 rather important historical figures. One's real, one's fictional. Go with Chadwick Boseman. He's not been taken, right?
Nice.
Nope. Chadwick Boseman off the board. One of my guarantees for a award nomination next year. All right, so your first pick for round 9, starting off that round, Dan, where are we going?
I will go with Kristen Wiig.
Nice.
Little Sausage Party money.
And Ghostbusters.
Come on.
Her and Kate McKinnon, I think, are in all the same movies this year, actually. So, all right. So, Kristen Wiig is off of the board. That means it is back to Justin from Simplistic Review's pick.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of splitting hairs here, but I think somebody who might have a little bit more of an upside, maybe with something down the line, will be Mr. Daniel Bruhl.
All right. Daniel Bruhl off of the list, which means, Matt, you get to pick for yourself.
Okay, I'm going to go with a oldie but a goodie here. I'm going with Gary Oldman.
Love him.
The old man is off the board. Jairo, you only got 3 picks left.
All right. So this year we've got this gentleman is going to be in Assassin's Creed, Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, and in Jason Bourne. And he is none of the great star Emerson Nwoli.
Ah, God.
Who?
Here,
Can you spell that for me?
I'll chat
I was about to say, how
so
do
you can
this?
see it. There you go.
Oh, God. Emerson. Waldo Emerson Nwoli.
Just look at him. Look at him. He's a beautiful man. He's going to win me the league.
I hope he doesn't appear in a single credit.
Dude, he's a double diesel.
Look, he's definitely going to be credited. It says businessman. Rogue One, religious warrior, very important role.
God, we gotta find. We're gonna have to add a new rule that they have to be like a name. They have to have a name.
He has a name. Oh,
He has a name.
Like in the movie.
In Assassin's
movie,
Creed, he is administration officer.
Jesus.
Administrative Officer 7.
All right, Jairo's stretching now. So what do you got for Barry?
Barry, he's got another gem. This one I like. It's Colby Smulders.
All right, Colby Smulders off the board.
That might be one of the coolest names I've ever heard.
Colby Smulders or Emerson Nawoli?
No, Colby Smulders.
it's really close to something delicious.
It actually is probably something extremely delicious. Any which way.
Whoa.
Oh man, went there. All right, first time watchers, they're going to go with the back-to-back Ryan picks. So they had Ryan Reynolds last time. They're going Ryan Gosling in this round. So
Took my future ex-husband. God.
all right, so Ryan Gosling, no more a choice for you or anybody else. That means it is my turn, and I don't know what I'm doing. We'll go with. How many picks do I have left? Do I have any females yet? I got ScarJo, and oh yeah, both my actresses are taken. All right, I will go with Brendan Gleeson because he is appearing in 2 different movies with Michael Fassbender, which means that he is bound to have some type of critical acclaim attached to that.
The elder Gleason.
The other Gleeson, the older one. Amanda?
I don't know who this is, but she's going to be in Fantastic Beasts. Catherine Waterston?
Waterston?
She's a great actress. I really like her. She was in a little thing called Queen of Earth last year. It was really good.
All right, so that is another person off of the board, which means we're back to DJ.
DJ back on the board. Okay, he's gotten his director taken care of. Well, the last one I have for him right now on his list is Mr. Christopher Pinetree.
Chris Pine off of the board. Star Trek, and that means we went to Michael Deniston. He took Jason Bateman last time. That means this time he has William Fichtner.
There you go.
Fichtner. All right. And Mr. Fridley.
Already,
End round 9 for us.
I'm gonna double fist Ghostbusters and hope that neither of these got picked. I'm gonna go with Paul Feig. I need one of those guys. And then I'm gonna go with Michael Kenneth Williams.
Okay, Omar's coming.
Sweet Pea.
Michael Kenneth Williams.
Have you seen 999 yet?
No.
Sure.
Look out for Michael Kenneth Williams in 999.
All right. Duly noted. That means we're going back to Michael Deniston, and Anna Kendrick has been taken, so that means it is, I'm going to say his name, I'm going to say her name wrong. Is it her, him? I don't know who this is. Micah Monroe?
Oh, yeah, It Follows Girl.
Okay. So she's off the board.
What else is she in this year?
Yeah, what to say?
I have no idea, but it's on his list.
Okay,
so
sounds good. What, she's in?
That's who we get.
She's apparently in 6 things, or at least 5 things this year.
Let me double check and make sure that, okay, so he's going to have to take, yep, he has his 2 actresses. Okay, Mr. DJ for his second to last pick, so now's the time to start making sure you have 2 actresses and a director for those of you that don't, but he's got all that covered.
He's got all
so
that covered, right? Okay, I'm going to give him, since his list is expired, I'm going to go off of what I have to help that brother man out. I'm going to give him... Why not? Give him a little bit more Superman money. I'll give him Henry Cavill.
All right. Henry Cavill off the board. Amanda, you have all of your requirements fulfilled as well, so you can pick from anybody.
Is Sudeikis still on the board?
That is a good question. Let me double check.
He is, because I've got him coming up next.
Okay, so Jason Sudeikis
Son
is
of a
on.
bitch.
She's happy about that one. One person that didn't get stolen from her.
He's no Emerson Nawoli.
That is true.
No one is.
True. All right, I have one more pick that's not a director, and Man. All right. I'll wait. I'll take my director now and give me more time to think about my last actor. There's a guy named Scorsese that's coming out with a film, so I will go ahead and take him and hope for a director nomination. So Martin Scorsese is my director. That means it's to Tim from the First Time Watchers. He took Ryan Reynolds. He took Ryan Gosling. And now he will be taking Mr. George Clooney. Not sure if he knew about the dates for the season, but we'll give him Reynolds and Clooney anyways.
I didn't know about the dates of the season until this morning when I was double-checking the rules to make sure I didn't mess up.
I have found that a lot of people struggle with reading, so...
There were a lot of emails, bro.
You can't read.
Sorry. That means Barry. He's already has definitely all his actresses. He needs one director either this round or next round.
I'm assuming Zack Snyder's already been taken, right?
No.
No, he's hanging around.
Nope.
The Batman vs. Superman dude hasn't been taken yet?
Nope.
Oh, shit. He's got to have that.
Good, you can keep him. You can keep him.
Zack Snyder, your late pick for Barry, which means we're over to you, Jairo, and you have all of your...
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep,
I'm
so
good.
anything you want.
I'm doing what I want now.
Well,
This gentleman,
Emerson Noel,
prolific actor, top of his game. He's going to be in Discontinue If Death, Doctor Strange, The Reunion, Money Monster, Batman vs. Superman, Divergent Allegiant, and might get a credit for Insurgents in Independence Day.
I'm vomit right now.
Dante Briggins. Give me Dante Briggins.
You can only see
Jairo,
my face right now.
The thorn in the side of this entire league.
Yeah.
Also known as Immortan Joe of the league.
Jesus.
Well, you know, when you root for a team like the loser Dolphins for so long, you gotta have a little happiness in your life, I guess, right?
It has to. I have to.
Some way. All right, Matt, you're picking for yourself. Second to last pick. What do you want to do?
Second to last pick. Okay, I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go a little green room here. I'm gonna go Patrick Stewart.
All right. Good pick. And that means Justin is up for his second to last pick.
Okay, he has his director, correct? I gave him Bryan
he has
Singer.
everything taken care of.
Okay.
Yep.
The last person he has left on his list, I don't think it was taken, Anthony Mackie.
I think he's still around.
Okay,
So.
he's taken Mr. Mackie, Mr. Cut the Check himself.
All right. Since Anthony Mackie is off the list, Dan, your final two picks. One of them has to be a director.
I'm up.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with, for my director, I'm going to go with Paul Greengrass.
Sounds good.
All right.
And your final actor.
Going to go with Gal Gadot.
Nice pick. Sleeper, not just in Batman vs. Superman. She has a lot of films coming out. So, all right. That means, Matt, you are up for your final pick.
Final pick. All right. Let's see here. You know what? Gonna go off a little bit of momentum from last year. I'm gonna go with Saoirse Ronan.
All right. I'm sorry, was that for you or for Justin? Because you have to pick for both of them.
Oh, okay. That was for Justin first.
Yeah, well, you can do it. You're the back-to-back. So
okay.
Which one's your pick?
I'm
Which one's
taking
Justin's?
Saoirse. He can take.
Okay.
I'll give him Rachel Weisz.
All right. Rachel Weisz and Saoirse Ronan off of the board. Jairo, what person that we've never heard of are you taking next?
How dare you? This guy is going to be in a great film called Levy, another great film called Coco, Barbershop The Next Cut, Suicide Squad, and John Wick Chapter 2. He is none other than Lonnie Rashid Lynn Jr.
Oh, God.
Otherwise known as Common, the rapper guy.
Okay, thank God. Don't confuse us white people.
I want him listed the whole time though by his real name, Lonnie Rashid Lynn Jr. Please. I got a reputation.
No.
I got a reputation to uphold.
Oh Lord! I hope you come in last this year. All right.
Impossible.
Well, John Wick did get pushed back to next year, so you got that.
Yeah, so no points for John Wick.
Wait, I thought John Wick was still before the Oscars, though.
Oh, maybe if it sneaks in there beforehand.
IMDb says Feb 10.
February.
Yeah, there you go.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right,
This
Barry.
is awful. Then you're screwed.
Oh, there's that.
Barry's last pick. What's he doing, Jairo?
He's got Viola Davis here.
All right.
Ladies' night up in the True Romance party.
New strategy. We didn't have any of that first year, so we'll see if that pays off for him in season 2. He can't finish any worse than he did last year, except for if he got last place. That's the only way he could get worse. All right.
For like having weird picks or something like that.
All right. That means we are up with Tim. He needs a director, and the next director that's the highest on his list is Steven Spielberg. So Steven Spielberg will go to Tim. That means it is my turn. And, where do I go with this one? Oh, man. Give me 1 second.
Did I mess you up by taking Emerson Nolly and Dante Briggins?
No, Common was the one that messed me up. Let's see. Well, Nate Parker. Go with Nate Parker. See if I can get some director and some actor points for him. Amanda, your last pick.
Oh, man.
She's asleep at the wheel.
A little bit. Is Anne Hathaway still on the board?
I believe so.
Grab her.
Unless she's on Barry's. I don't know. Anne Hathaway is gone. That means it's time for DJ's final pick.
All right. Since he was fresh out, I'm going to try to do best by my boy here. I'm going to give him Patrick Wilson.
Patrick Wilson.
Got a little McDonald documentary coming out next year. You know, you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Dunstan will not. He'll be on the waiver wire for his last pick. He can pick a director after everybody else has filled their roster because he didn't have any directors listed. So, Mr. Fridley, the last pick of the draft before the waivers start. Who do you got?
I don't know, man. Morgan Freeman?
All right. Morgan Freeman. Very confident in your pick there. So he will be the last pick before the waivers start. Like I said, the waivers hydrate level 4 and Pop Culture Case Study will pick back and forth until In Session joins them, and then eventually, like I said, War Machine will have the last pick with the director. Jairo, been through the draft now. You're trying to defend your crown. How do you feel it went?
I feel it went strong, quite strong. The only guy I really wanted was Idris Elba, but you know, I'm pretty,
that's a good pick. That's a good pick, Dan. That's a lot of points coming in the first
but
pick.
I'm pretty happy. I've got a lot of guys doubling down, some ladies doubling down, and some sleepers that might come through and bring some points home.
Yeah.
For the record, guys, Diesel Ramos and Lee Holland did not appear in the top. They didn't do as good as everybody might have thought they did. I mean, they got him some points, but not necessarily more than the average person. So, Dan, you had the first pick, and you had long waits in between all of your picks, but you always got to pick 2 in a row. How do you feel that worked out for you?
Good. I tried to go with the approach of getting actors that were in a ton of things, and then mixing up with a few that had like 1 or 2 that were like definite. So, you know, like James Franco, who's in like 80 movies a year. Half are good, half are garbage, but, you know, then making up with Chadwick Boseman is only in 2 things. Both of them should be good, so I'm hoping, you know, see how it goes.
All right. Matthew, there has been a lot of people taken. Are you surprised at anybody that was not drafted up to this point that's still on the board?
Are you talking Matt or Matthew?
Mr. You.
Okay, yeah, you, Matt, you. I'm surprised Jon Favreau kind of didn't get taken off the board director-wise. And I'm also Sacha Baron Cohen was kind of went off the wayside. Alice in Wonderland money, and apparently that Brothers Grimsley movie is getting some pretty good publicity right now. So that could have been some easy money right there. But other than that, I think it was I think most of the big people went off. I don't really see anybody potentially that could be a big person.
Oh, we'll go ahead. There were in a few movies that weren't taken. John Goodman, Rooney Mara, maybe Christian Bale, Benicio del Toro. Kevin Hart I thought about. He's in Life of Pets and Central Intelligence. Rachel McAdams.
Oh yeah, what is it? Is he in Angry Birds or just in that Life of Animals?
Life of Pets.
Life of Pets, right?
And then there's a few comic book people still out there, I believe, unless I missed them when they were taken down. Rachel McAdams, Rose Byrne, and Scott Eastwood all in Suicide Squad, Doctor Strange, and X-Men. But Naomi Watts not taken. We'll have to wait and see. Matt, Mr. Fridley, you had the last pick. Did you think that was? Did that hurt you at all, or did you like being able to pick the 2 in a row?
I would definitely, if I had to do the long wait 2 in a row, I would have been first if I had the choice. But I mean, because I had everything that Dan had, only worse ideas and longer wait.
Nice. Amanda, your first draft, the only woman in the league. Are you going to be able to stand up to all those guys?
Yeah, I don't know. A couple of the people that I really, really wanted, like Ezra Miller and Jeremy Irons. Jeremy Irons? Can we say that again?
Yeah, you can.
I'm looking at you, Jairo. But, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling great going into it, being so low on the draft order, but hopefully I got some decent picks.
You had a couple people that I was looking for, Mads Mikkelsen and Toby Kebbell for sure, so we'll have to wait and see. New points this year, so it might be a little bit different shakeout than it was last year. Have to see whose strategy pays off, if Jairo's no-namers, if Barry's women, or which strategy is going to actually pay off. Nobody, hopefully, is going to be too penalized by having more than 2 or 3 people in the same film. We'll have to wait and see how that kind of played out for some people.
I like how Jairo and Barry are the only 2 people who got disclaimers on their team. It's Jairo's nobodies and Barry's women.
Who has Chadwick Boseman? Was that you, Dan?
Yeah, I do.
Oh man, you just missed Gods of Egypt by 2 days. It came out 2 days before the Academy Awards. I was looking just to double check. I heard you say Chadwick Boseman. I was like, ooh, I just saw that cat in something. Not good.
I didn't think they'd allowed. I thought they only put white people in that movie, so I didn't even.
Oh no, he was there. He was the first time you see Chadwick Boseman. He's on his knees in front of a white guy. I mean, if that matters.
Well, there you go.
Oh man. All right, so we will try to have some updates throughout the year as far as how things are doing, a little bit more than we did last year, and keep people up to date with the points so far. But otherwise, you'll have to keep your eyes peeled on Twitter to see the waiver wire pickups, as well to see when movies come out and people get points and all that type of stuff. And I'll definitely be keeping you guys up to date with if Jairo's people actually end up in the credits. So we'll have to wait and see if that works in his favor or not. Anybody got any closing thoughts before we wrap this thing up?
Championship.
Going for the back-to-back wins.
Dynasty. That's what we're doing. We're starting a dynasty here.
You got more people out against you, so you're going to have to beat 2 more people than you beat last year. So we'll have to see how the waiver wire team stacks.
I'm not afraid of fish sticks.
All right.
Stick Gordon Ramsay on your ass.
Real quick though, so that you guys each get a chance to at least tell people where they can hear more of you and what you guys got going on a regular basis. Start with you, Jairo. Where can people listen to your voice more?
We are Barry and I are the True Bromance Film Podcast. We're at True Bromance Cast on Twitter. That's true without the E. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, all the normal places. True Bromance Film Podcast. Google it.
Coming up with a big milestone here in a week or 2.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll be hitting 100. We've been talking to the microphone for 100 episodes.
Coming up. So, Matthew, how can people hear more of your crew?
Well, we are simplisticreviews.net. Is it too kind of tacky to say the award-winning simplisticreviews.net?
No, not at all.
Award-winning, mother. You know what? Thanks to Geekcast, of course, though, and all the viewers and listeners and everything like that on everything. But yeah, simplisticreviews.net. You can check all of our stuff there on that website. You can also download the podcast on iTunes or where any fine or not so great podcast can be found.
Excellent. And obviously the rest of us are all part of the Geekcast Radio Network family, so you can check out the website, geekcastradio.com, find all the episode posts, including obviously the Cinema Geek post, as well as Dan's other show, Talking in Circles, which also just passed the 100-episode milestone, so be sure to check that out. And Cinema Geeks will be lagging behind, but we'll be catching up with you guys at the 100 mark here within the next couple months. So, all right, tune in next week for another episode, but until then, that's it. So we look forward to another season of the Film Fantasy League, and we'll have to wait and see if Jairo can defend his crown or not. Until next time.